Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for March 18th. March 18th is the 77th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 78th in leap years, with 288 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is satire. Satire is a noun that typically refers to a literary work holding up human vices and follies for ridicule or scorn. It can also mean wit or sarcasm used to expose or discredit vice or folly. It can also represent the literary genre comprising such compositions. With that, we're going to start. Jacques de Molay, the 23rd and final Grand Master of the Knights Templar, was burned at the stake on March 18th in the year 1314. He'd led the order from 1292 until Pope Clement V ordered it to be dissolved in 1312. Not much is known of his life until he became the Grand Master. Even so, he is one of the best-known Templars. He'd been arrested in 1307 along with other Templars, and they'd been tortured into making false confessions. Later on, when he retracted his confession, King Philip IV of France had him burned at the stake. This bizarre and dramatic end to both the Templars and Molay turned him into quite the legendary figure. He was 70 at the time of his execution. This is the birthday of John C. Calhoun, born March 18, 1782. He was the 7th Vice President of the United States, and he lived to the age of 68. On March 8, 1852, in New York City, Henry Wells and William G. Fargo, along with some investors, launched their namesake business, Wells Fargo. They started out as a shipping and banking company and are today one of the world's largest banks. This is the birthday of German engineer Rudolf Diesel, born March 18, 1858. He invented the diesel engine. He died mysteriously at the age of 55, having gone missing from a ship while traveling to a business meeting. His body was discovered in the ocean about 10 days later. It's never been definitively solved as to whether he was the victim of an accidental overboard, not likely, a murder, or a suicide. There's evidence either way. On March 18, 1990, 13 art pieces, 11 paintings, and 2 sculptures, collectively worth around $500 million, were stolen from the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston in the largest art theft in U.S. history. So far, none of the paintings have been recovered. Now, these are not paintings that someone could just stick in a new picture frame and hang in their living room and not get somebody's attention. They're not paintings that someone could sell to someone else without getting in a lot of trouble. The museum is offering a $10 million reward for information leading to the art's recovery. And that's all I have for now. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoyed this series, you could check out the playlist that includes these videos. I'll have a link in the description to that. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include the link to my blog page that will also have all those links. My blog is called No Really. And you can also find me on Rumble, Parler, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in the description. Alrighty, that's all I could think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.